Hello, hockey fans. Austin here with a quick news update. There is some fallout after the Oilers and Canucks match last night where Connor McDavid cross-checked Conor Garland in the face at the end of the game, and also Tyler Myers of the Canucks cross-checking Evan Bouchard. Both players are going to have disciplinary hearings, and if you take a look at the Player Safety account on X or Twitter.com, Edmonton's Connor McDavid will have a hearing for cross-checking Vancouver's Conor Garland. Date and time to be determined. As of the recording of this video, of course, it is still to be determined. And then Player Safety also tweeted out Vancouver's Tyler Myers will have a hearing for cross-checking Edmonton's Evan Bouchard. Date and time TBD. Of course, I think we all expected this to happen. I even talked about this in my post-game fan reaction last night. But at the end of the day, the real culprits and the real reason why any of this got out of control is because of referees like Wes McCauley, who like to make the game about themselves. They like to be part of the entertainment value of the sport by, lowering the integrity of it. And, the NHL, I get it, entertainment product. You want to be entertaining, but you can't do it at the expense of player safety. You can't do it at the expense of the integrity of the game. And Wes McCauley, every time he laces up his skates, Steve Dangle said this eloquently, I think it was last season after a game against the Bruins. Every time Wes McCauley laces up his skates, he creates an environment that is dangerous for the players on the ice because he does not call things when he should. He allows things to boil over, and then only after everything is boiled over will he actually make the calls and punish players accordingly, which is just outrageous to me. Wes McCauley is one of, if not the worst official in the entire NHL. And I really hope that there's some discipline for him. Of course, we know that the referees, officials union and the NHL, the officials are protected. They are protected. They have their own union, and I get it. And the officials have a tough job. I also understand that. And I normally don't pick on the officiating at all because it's just a never-ending fight. There's no reason to continue to expel air discussing the officials in the NHL. The officials are bad everywhere. If you watch the NFL playoffs recently too, the officiating is just outrageous. And I'm a casual football fan, so as a casual watching football, it makes me not want to watch football. And I can only imagine what casual hockey fans feel when they try and watch hockey games. And people like Wes McCauley are in control of the game. It's absolutely outrageous. Both players, Tyler Myers and Connor McDavid, they both deserve a suspension. They likely both get 1-game suspensions. For Connor McDavid, that means that he will not be in the lineup on Tuesday against the Washington Capitals. However, he will likely be in the lineup on Thursday when these two teams match up against each other. The rematch is just a few days away, and the NHL, I am very curious to see who they get to officiate that game because they're going to need a veteran crew, but also a crew that will understand how to prevent tempers from boiling over. You could end up with a situation like a few years ago, I think it was the 2018-19 season, where the Oilers and Flames for a few games, there was a lot of stuff between Cassian and Matthew Tkachuk and just a lot of nonsense going on, and then it eventually hit a boiling point where you had a line brawl. You had Mike Smith fighting Cam Talbot, the goalie fight. It was super fun, but at the same time, I do want safety to be taken seriously here. I want the best for the players, and I want the best for the fans who are watching these games. So we'll see what happens on Thursday. Now, to kind of pivot here, there is also some news regarding Derek Ryan and the waiver wire with the Edmonton Oilers. Derek Ryan was placed on waivers today by Edmonton. They will send him down to Bakersfield, or they'll keep him around on the roster. But this is a very similar situation to Sam Gagner, a veteran player that has likely lost his spot in the lineup full time. Noah Philp, they're giving him a real good run at the fourth line center position. Noah Philp was having a real strong season in Bakersfield. So Derek Ryan, he's on waivers. He will no longer be part of the main roster, at least for now. And Josh Brown was also loaned back to Bakersfield, and I hope he is down there for the rest of the season. The Josh Brown experiment, I hope, is over 100%. And in saying that, we're going to take a look at what the lineups look like without either player here. Nugent Hopkins with McDavid and Hyman. Of course, that is going to change because McDavid likely is not in the lineup on Tuesday against Washington. Podkolzin with Draisaitl Arvidsson, Janmark with Henrique and Brown, and then Perry, Noah Philp, Kasperi Kapanen, Jeff Skinner continues to be an extra forward. I'm not sure why he keeps getting healthy scratch, so whatever they end up doing with Jeff Skinner, I'm not sure. On defense, you'll have Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Stetcher, Kulak, Emberson, and then John Klingberg, who the team recently signed just this past week. They're likely looking to get him back into game shape, trying to get him up to par and ready to go. Right now, apparently John Klingberg, according to Mark Spector, has been skating for like 6 months, and it's just up to the team now to get him into game ready shape. There's a difference between being like in game shape and game ready shape to get ready for the physical side of the game, making those quick decisions with the puck, being pressured by forwards. So for John Klingberg, I don't expect him in the lineup for a while, but he does sit as the 7th defenseman. And then of course you have Skinner and Pickard in goal for the Oilers. Really curious to see what they do for the rest of the season and lineup tweaks, because I am a fan of Noah Philp getting into the lineup in the 4th line center position. I love Derek Ryan. I love his story. The fact that he did not break into the NHL until he was 28 years old, has a 600-plus game career in the league. It's inspiring for a lot of players out there who maybe get overlooked at the draft, get overlooked in junior, get overlooked even in the ECHL, AHL, and they just work their absolute butts off and find a way to make the show. One of the things that I learned when I took sports management worldwide, scouting courses, and hockey general manager, and those types of courses, one of the things that I was told by Harry Sinden was, if you're good enough, you will eventually get your chance, and to never give up. Sometimes you don't get noticed right away, but as long as you keep working and you find a way to keep producing and make a difference on your club, eventually you will get your shot. And for Derek Ryan, he's an inspiring player. He's an inspiring person. He's great in the community. He's great on the team as a leader. And whatever happens with him, whether that's his last game as an Oiler or not, I don't think it is. He's a good depth option, especially if Noah Philp doesn't work out or if you have injuries in that center position. But I do imagine Edmonton will now be shopping for another center before the trade deadline or at the trade deadline, and see what happens. Let me know your thoughts, Oilers fans, down in the comments section below. Also, for those of you who tuned into the Hockey Guys Power Rankings this morning, Edmonton is number 1 in his Power Rankings, so that's very fun. A lot of Oilers fans comment on my channel regularly. They watch the Hockey Guy. I also watch the Hockey Guy, so we're all very excited that Edmonton is number 1 in the Power Rankings. That is it for me. That is my quick news update. Of course, if anything changes, once we know what the actual suspension is going to be to Connor McDavid and Tyler Myers, I will have a video out and ready to go. So keep an eye out for that. If you enjoy my Oilers content and hockey content in general, make sure to like the video and make sure to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Tuesday against Washington, I won't be doing a live stream. However, Thursday against the Canucks, I will be. I do have this tin of Upper Deck Series 1 cards that I will be opening. I'm very excited to open this on stream. I may also do separate card opening videos too. I don't know if I'll do it on this channel or my other channel that I have, link in the description below. Let me know your thoughts just in general oil country. Let me know your thoughts on the game last night and what you think McDavid and Tyler Myers will get or should get for punishments. And let me know your thoughts on Derek Ryan and Josh Brown being sent down to Bakersfield. We'll see you in the next one. Tell someone that you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go Oilers.